Okay, great day. It is Friday, August 13th. I'm going to pull one from the Priestess of Light and the Shaman's Dream Oracle today. And I just want to put this caveat out there. The cards that come out are the cards that come out, and that's what I read on, okay? I don't go through them and look for specific cards, and these are not as an attack on anyone. You either take it in and you see that it's beneficial for you, or it's not. If it's not, let it go and just bypass it, okay? To take and want to make everything that I do as a toxic thing against somebody is just, I can't help what you're thinking in your mind, but it absolutely 100% is not, okay? Man, I look terrible today. Look at that. I woke up this morning and had a blood vessel that broke in my eye. Looks horrible. I'm glad it doesn't feel as bad as it looks, because it looks terrible. So I don't know what caused that last night, but it is as it is. Okay. Divine Feminine, Magnetic Receptive Power. Divine Feminine. Never had that card come up. Very cool card. So what is it one is drawing into their lives? Okay. What is it one is drawing into their life? Let's look and see what we have this. The Magnetic Divine Feminine. Where our focus is, where our attention is, where our energy is what we pull into our lives. If one is focused on negativity, then you pull in more negativity. Okay? The Lovers. Okay. So again, what you are attached to, who you are focusing on, whether it's positive or negative, whether it's someone that you are attached to positively or someone you're attached to in the negative, okay? You're putting that energy out there and you're drawing in more on that level, okay? So let's see what we have with that. The Lovers. Magnet. What is one pulling in? And I can see right now that I've got somebody that's going to just go crazy with this again. I can't help what the universe gives me to read on. Okay? Action. Again, just what I was just saying. The actions that one puts out towards others, where you are attached to, whether positive or negatively, this works out both ways. You can either be in the positive, sending out positive energy, or one can be out there grousing, fighting, negative, putting out negative vibes. And so that's what one is magnetized. That's what's magnetized to come back. Okay? The challenge is to release, to let go of it. Okay? Release. Expression. Again, where there is an expression and you're getting something back that you don't want, it's time to think about releasing it. Okay? Releasing it. Now, if it's something you're pulling in that's positive, okay, that's one thing. But if you're pulling in something that's negative, that you don't want, and you keep creating it by this attachment, it might be time to think about releasing it. Oh boy. next card out is blind. Surprise! Is one blind to something? Is one just absolutely not willing to see what's going on? Oh my goodness. I know there's someone out here that's just going to absolutely go screaming Mimi's mad with this. But again, I only put out what the universe is giving me. You know, like it says, you know, nothing happens by chance. I can't help what the universe is giving me. I will put it out there. So the thing is to look and see if one is blind to what's happening, what's being done, what's being put out there, and one's own culpability, we'll say, in pulling in these things, pulling it in. If one is on, like we have, all right, we'll use Mike Lindell, Looney Lindell, as a case in point. You know, keeps pulling in and blind to this thing that he's absolutely off the charts. That none of it that he's seeing is true, but yet he's absolutely, did the reading today, he's absolutely not going to let go of it. He's going to continue this burden. He's absolutely convinced himself, and he can't see the forest for the trees. Totally blind to what he's doing. And he continues to pull in this stuff, you know, by his own actions, by his own things that he continues to put out, okay? So case in point, he would be much better off to let go of this, okay, rather than continuing in this negative expression of, you know, that just is going to continue to follow him. You know, those that see the light of day see that he's going nowhere. He's going in circles. He's making himself really look like a fool with what he's saying. You know, he had this big reveal he's going to do, and this expert comes on and says, no, none of the things you think are there, okay? None of these things you're projecting into there are valid. None of them, okay? You're blind to the fact of what's going on. Surprise, you know. Hello. So again, what are we attached to? What are we pulling in? Is it something positive? Are we wanting the best for someone, the best, you know, for a situation, and putting out that action? And if we're not, if it's something to the negative, where one is almost addicted to it and continues in that, it's time, the universe says it's time to release that expression, let go of it, because we are, you know, when we're doing things like that, we're in the midst of our own undoing. We are creating the very thing that we want, that we keep fighting with. We continue to create that negative energy. You know, and it can be all in one side, you know. Just continuing with that type of thing is not benefiting. It doesn't benefiting. So again, what is it that one divine feminine, because again, what you put out there is what you're going to get back. The magnetic receptive power. Magnetized. One's thoughts, one's actions are magnetized. Okay? So again, if it's something that one is dancing with, and sometimes, you know, one is one's own worst enemy, one continues to pull in drama that, you know, doing it to yourself. You do it to yourself. Okay. So again, as the case in point, Mike Lindell is doing it to himself. He continues to put out this rhetoric. It's not true. You know, nobody's actively against him, but he continues to do this, continues to fight with this, continues to put that out there, and no matter how many times he runs it around and says this, it's not going to make it true. Okay, it's not going to make it true. Okay, so he would be better to let go of it and move on with life. So if there's something that one is attached to, like a drug, obsessed with, and continues to put out energy about, and continues to run themselves in circles, it's time to maybe look at letting go of it and moving forward in life to something more positive, to putting out some positivity. So I'm going to leave this here, and we'll go on to the second part. And unfortunately, I know there's someone who watches my channel that's absolutely convinced that whatever I put out is against them, and it's not in any way, but I can't, you know, change what the universe is putting in front of me, you know, and if it's something that they need to hear, then I hope they hear it. And if it's something that's causing them distress, then I hope they just let it go and get on with their lives. I'm not here to cause distress to anyone. Not now, not ever. But I can't help what people have in their mind, the way they want to view something. I can't change that. I wish I could wave a magic wand, you know, but there are no magic wands, okay? Again, and nothing happens by accident within the universe. So what comes, and that's the way that is. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here. Love and light. See you online.